Ready for a different kind of happy hour? What if you could enjoy your night without waking up to a pounding hangover? More and more adults are discovering Rebel Rabbit THC drinks, a refreshing alternative for those looking to skip the next morning regret that often comes with alcohol. So leave the headaches behind and give your liver a break by choosing an alcohol-free option instead. And now there's even more reason to stop by. Visit Inlet Dispensary on the Murrells Inlet Marsh Walk directly across from the Claw House. And when you purchase any Rebel Rabbit drink, you'll receive a free Microphone Monkeys collector pin while supplies last. And don't miss the brand new Rocket Pop flavor. It's the nostalgic taste of summer with a Rebel Rabbit twist. Whether you're hanging out with friends, relaxing after work, or enjoying the Grand Strand, make the switch and see what everybody's talking about.
Rebel Rabbit THC drinks. Less of what you don't want, more of what you do.
Two men with two names. Tripp spits rapid, Graham keeps the beat slow. Two shadows on the sand, watching the town show. They say behavior's excuse if the culture waves high, but broken windows stay broken while the dog misfly. Lying mouths on TV, promise clean hands and gold bands. Meanwhile, Texas pie like driftwood on the Grand Strand. Letters from the city tell us what we can and can't do. Zoning lines, permit signs, take another cut from you. We feel the tide pulling laws, marching like drums. Free speech muffled by fear in the county's thumbs. Conversations turn to courtroom fights on the pier. Every rule another brick in the house of fear.
Welcome to another edition of Tripp and Graham have issues. Hey, everybody.
It's us. We have a lot of issues.
Issues, yeah. And we're here at Liberty Crack Media. We just got done with Microphone Monkeys. And what's that?
Is this one always on?
I had it on from, yeah, it's always on, yeah.
Last time I didn't turn my microphone on, so that's why I was asking. Okay,
yeah,
go
yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, because we were using it just for the Microphone Monkeys, so I just left it hot. And I got pretty good levels out of it, so yeah.
All right.
Well, fantastic. And did you come with some issues today?
Oh boy, did I! There's so many to choose from anymore that it's like shooting fish in a barrel.
Yeah.
And especially now with social media, where everybody's feeds are full of it. TikTok, Instagram, Reels, X. Those are my areas. Threads.
Yeah.
Where I look at stuff, it's just constant. And I know they say the algorithms, like, well, yeah, you know, your algorithm's going to look like that. That's what you look at, but. I didn't start that.
No.
It was fed to me at some point.
No, he started that. He invented the algorithm.
Yeah. The algorithm itself I invented.
That's right.
Yeah. But yeah, at one point I wasn't looking at any type of videos. It was showing it to me. So
yeah.
I've got a couple local ones, but I'll start out with the Boat Kids. I call them the Boat Kids.
Okay.
This Nolan Wells character. Have you seen this story?
I don't think so.
Young black kid goes boating with three white friends, 4th of July, and he doesn't come back. He's dead. Washed up on shore. I think it was 2 days later, July 6th.
Oh, Lord.
Washed up on shore.
That's awful.
Some of the details, I've got to check my notes to make sure I'm not missing anything. Happened off the coast of Mississippi. Apparently he didn't have his phone. And the thing is, with this area that they're in, it's 8 miles off the coast, Harp Island or something like this. There's zero cell signal.
Yeah.
So what probably happened is they all left their phones on the boat. So this kid dies. Turns out he was talking to a girl. They all went out, and he just got to talking to this girl. And you know how guys are. If you and I go out and I meet a girl at Masters, like I always do, and and I have enough money and I want to go home, then you say, all right, man, we'll see you tomorrow. Talk later. That's how guys do things. Yeah. So that's probably what happened. These young white kids probably said, "Oh, he's got a girl with him. He'll catch up."
Yeah.
Another story is the boat was taking on water and they had to get back fast. He wanted to stay with the girl. Regardless, there's a lot of different theories of what happened so far.
But he's missing and the girl's not.
Correct. And the girl is cooperating with the police.
All right.
They all are, but the three white kids have lawyered up. Which,
Okay.
of course, and I'll explain why in a second. That's kind of the gist of the story. Long story short, they go out. He didn't come back.
Yeah.
Of course, all of social media, all of black social media, and when I say all, again, I don't mean every single person, but a large group, are saying that the white kids killed him. So far, there is no sign of foul play, no choking around the neck or anything like this. They're about to do toxicology, which is going to show alcohol. They were all highly drunk.
Right.
So it just gets to me, and I did a video on this the other day. It's like if black people are so terrified of white people, and they're saying now, don't hang out with white people unless you have another black person.
Obviously, this was their friend. These guys are probably broken up about it and everything else about their friend that they were out. Obviously, I mean,
they were friends for a long time.
Exactly. Exactly.
And another thing is with white kids, the one thing you want to be in good with in high school is the black kids because they're the cool ones. They're white cool people too, but they're the track stars, the football stars, the basketball stars. They're usually handsome. They're attracted, in shape, and they want to be seen as cool by the black kids.
Right.
And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's great. So they're not out going around. White people aren't going around killing their black friends. And that's what they're all saying on social media now. And they've got Ben Crump on as their attorney.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Who is involved in George Floyd. He was involved in, I want to say, Mike Brown. He's involved in Carmelo. He got in with the family of this.
That's right.
And now Reverend Al Sharpton has joined the team as well.
Of course. Well, part of it, too, I guess, is that they have... the waters are chummed because you have an affluent family that's involved because there's a boat.
Yeah.
And so, it may not be Manhattan affluent, but, Mississippi affluent.
Sure.
So,
it looked like a well-to-do high school group of kids. They got a little money from the parents. And
right.
Stuff,
So they and again, that's chumming the waters for these people. It's crazy.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
No wonder Ben and Reverend. That's their whole thing. If that all went away, this perceived racism, they'd all be broke.
Yeah.
So there's some new. Apparently, there was one phone call that night. They're not releasing what was said, and then I guess the girl. One of the other stories is the girl left with her parents. So this kid may have tried to swim back, drunk as a skunk, 8 miles.
Lord!
I'm not laughing at him. When you're drunk, I once swam all the way across the Intercoastal Waterway drunk with no life jacket
or clothes,
and I wish. That's farther than it looks. I got about halfway, and I'm like, I shouldn't have done this full of Bud Light or at all. Yeah. But I've done it, so I'm not making fun of the kid. But that's most likely what happened. It's probably not vigilante white kids. Oh, we're going to get us another one of these black failers. And it's just so stupid. But of course, all of social media. And, I may talk a lot about race, but race is getting to be a big thing in society now.
Well, especially how they leverage social media, a.k.a. Regular media, to get these narratives that are false narratives out there, to try to make it seem like it's mainstream, that this is where it's going on, and in every white household is secretly having meetings of where they're talking about, we're so much better than everybody else in the world.
Right.
Yeah.
You can see that in the way that, what's his name, who was recently fired, was it CBS? Older guy, gray hair, who's talking about the female producer and how. And how they listen to me to get the news and all that. They're all that arrogant.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
I think you're right. I think it was CBS. That's
I can't remember.
Again, he was so insignificant. I'd never watched him.
Yeah.
And yet he thought he was, Brokaw, and people would recognize him or something. But
look at us. Can't remember his name.
Yeah, but he was on 60 Minutes, I believe, is the show that he was on.
It may have. It looked familiar on there.
Yeah. But that is crazy. What else you got for me?
Well, that kind of ties into the girl on the bus, and I think a lot of us will know what this one is. The little black girl, I don't know how old she is, surrounded by Patriot Front on the bus. recently on July 4th when they all marched.
Yeah.
I called them nerds, and get to that in a second. But
Feds.
That too, but I wonder now. But this girl has a rap sheet, and then there is a video of her. It was blurred, so I can't tell if she was mimicking it or actually doing it, but had her pants down, taking either a dump or a piss on the bus. A different bus, a different day, but they identified her. It is her. She has a rap sheet. Okay. They want to make her the next Rosa Parks and build her a statue for singing.
I can't see Rosa taking a dump on the bus in order to try to sit closer to the front.
Maybe that's what they'll build the statue as, that image, and not the one that everybody's saying should be a Pulitzer Prize for.
That's right.
But online, they're calling her Rosa Farts, which I'm sorry. If you don't think that's funny,
I'm sorry. I think that's
funny.
Ironically funny.
It has nothing to do with her color. It has to do with her actions. She was taking a dump on a bus, or at least mimicking it. So that's funny. So the Patriot Front surrounding her. I mean, could you think of a time where she's ever been more safe? I can tell you where she's not more safe. And I have a story, but I was threatened with 2 guys with dual-sided knives. I don't tell this story a lot because people probably won't believe me.
All right.
I was in Harlem with my ex-fiance. I was threatened by 2 guys on the subway going into Harlem. They both had double-sided knives.
Yeah.
Looking at me, standing room only, so I'm standing across from them at the door. They said, look at this MF right here, this MF and white boy right here. This is for 400 years of MF slavery and all. Had their knives out.
Yeah.
I was preparing myself. I was unarmed. I'm in New York.
Yeah.
Our family lived there. That's why we're there. And I was preparing to, how am I going to defend off 2 large guys, aggressive, mad at me for my color, with dual-sided knives. Now, this was in 2009.
Yeah.
So way before all this stuff ramped up. So I have personal experience with this. People say I just talk out of my ass on social media. It's not true. But my point is, can you name a safer time? I can tell you where it wouldn't be is Harlem or the South Bronx or Chicago. She would not have been safer in those areas. She was perfectly fine with this Patriot Front around her.
Oh yeah, but that photograph they had with her, they have so many memes coming out that are hilarious. Yeah, absolutely hilarious.
Let the internet do what it does.
Exactly. Whatever they were trying to gin up has just been reversed by the populace on social media.
It really has, and it's good to see finally.
Yeah.
If this was a young girl who was actually threatened, or was, this innocent young lady who may have not known or didn't have any mental issues, she clearly has a mental issue.
Yeah.
Or did, at least at one point, whatever. That's a whole different story.
Right.
We feel sorry for this girl. She doesn't know who all these white guys in masks are. You can understand that.
Sure.
But come on.
Yeah.
She's fine. She was not terrified. Maybe she was, but she's misinformed then. If she wasn't terrified when she went pulling her pants down on the bus.
Yeah, that's right.
But now she knows. She's learned that if you're surrounded by these extremist white nationalist white guys around you, you're probably going to be okay.
Yeah.
So I get heated about it, but it's the constant bashing of white people constantly anymore. It's they tear this and that, but they say nothing about Irina Zarinsky. They say nothing about another woman was just this girl was an ICE advocate. She had a what was he, Iranian or not Iranian? It was a Muslim.
Okay,
but he went to where she was. I forget which country too. I should have written that down. And then she's making TikToks, F-Ice, and get you a man like this, and this is what real love looks like on their videos and all. Mm-hmm. He stabs the shit out of her. She's dead.
Well, they're
Everybody's vilified, and white people also are coming in defense saying how bad white people are, like this girl.
Well,
now look at her.
Yeah. I was watching something the other day, and somebody was talking about the curse of the liberal white women.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some of the interviews, the clips that they had, the things that came out of these women's mouths, it's just like, what are you thinking by saying these things?
It's incredible.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, the reason why you should stab and kill me when I walk out of the studio is blah 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 blah. Yeah. And I was like, I just don't think they listen to themselves, or they think that because they say that they all of a sudden have this veil of security now. Well, I'm for you, therefore you're not going to hurt me. Yeah. That's not true at all. I mean, we all know that.
Well, you saw that in BLM when the college kids were on that second floor apartment. And they were holding, we're for you, we're for you.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, here comes incoming rocks thrown through the glass.
Yep.
They're yelling, "We're on your side. They don't care.
They don't care.
And by they, I mean
those radicals.
People, those radicals. We'll put it that way.
Right.
And not black people.
No.
Again.
Yeah.
Not all blacks. But when I say those people, they just don't care.
Oh yeah,
So you're right. They don't. They think, I guess, virtue signaling points is still the only other thing I can think. If people hear you say, "I'm terrible and you're great, let's build you a monument," then what does that get you now?
Yeah,
nothing.
Well, the other thing too that I think is kind of hilarious and misinformed is these people that were empowered by the Antifas that were out there, and in Texas, they're learning a valuable lesson, and they no longer have whatever protections they thought they had.
Yeah.
The police are coming after them.
Yep.
And they're sitting there with the full regalia. They have what do I want to call it? The bullet-proof vests.
Yeah.
They're armed now. Most of them are armed with actual guns and pistols, and but it's legal for them. Second Amendment, you can do that. But the problem is when they're getting arrested, they try going for their gun. And I'm like, that is got to be the dumbest thing in the world. Usually, even if you're just a regular carrier, okay, I'm going to get this out. I'm going to have it, barrel to the back. I'm going to have the stock toward them. I'm going to, show them I can't shoot this. I'm going to surrender the weapon and everything else. No, these idiots were, trying to grab their
what are they thinking? It's like when you run from the police. What do you think is going to happen?
And this is after they pepper sprayed innocent people on the street.
Yeah.
Because they were counter protesting, and they thought, nobody's going to go after us from this, or they can't identify us because we're all dressed in black and overweight or something. Yeah, and
I could join.
Yeah.
I'm already qualified.
So if you're from Antifa, you've got a new recruit right here.
I'm one of you.
He'll even put on some eyeshadow to just go in.
I'm also going to have half of my brain removed. That's another prerequisite. See, I can't talk.
Just have a couple cans of Rebel Rabbit.
That guy was cool.
Oh, yeah.
He's natural. And then with Patriot Front, it ties into because they were on the bus. Leonardo Jamie, do you know who she is?
Yes. She's hilarious.
Racist and hilarious.
Absolutely hilarious. She's a comedian.
Yeah. Jesse Lee Peterson had her on, and he's got. By the way, probably the funniest commentator, and he's full black, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
And if you haven't seen Jesse Lee Peterson, look him up on YouTube. Absolutely hilarious, and he's been around a long time. But she was on a separate thing, but she posted a video of the leader of the Patriot Front. Mm-hmm. And I almost thought it was AI or like colorized video from a long time ago. Yeah. But it was new. And I listened to the whole thing because I'm like, I don't want to hear, these are feds or whatever. Right. Where do they get the money to all dress like that? And the same hats and the exact same mask on, whatever. Yeah. But I listened to the guy talking, and even Leonardo she says, there's no way feds talk like that. And I wish I could play his whole speech here. It's only like 7 minutes, but I agreed with a lot of it. Yeah, it was talking about returning America. It's just what conservatism is. Yeah, in its original glory days. Right. It's not extreme. He did a little bit of extremist talking about who he doesn't want in the country is kind of a blanket statement thing, which I'm not all. I want immigrants here. I'm glad Werner's here with Cafe Old Vienna. Yeah. And he did it the right way, his whole family. And he loves it. And he doesn't like the ones who break the law either. Yeah. But I want immigrants here. So
Werner, we are going to be coming in August to Cafe Old Vienna. We actually had two dates that we were going to, and we both had things come up and get out there. So
prepare your taps.
Yeah. And
okay, now we're back.
If you're in Myrtle Beach and you're visiting, you've got to go and visit Cafe Old Vienna down on about 14th Avenue. Yeah. in Myrtle Beach, and it is absolutely delicious.
Very good.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
delicious.
he's one of my, especially since Bodo's is gone. They were equal playing to me, but they're the only one left with that type of food.
Oh, you and I used to have these hilarious conversations with Oxel.
Yeah.
Oh,
man,
God.
it was fun.
Yeah, well, it was crazy.
Everybody in Myrtle Beach knows Bodo's. On their Facebook, if somebody like Myrtle Beach history or somebody posts about it, I mean, the stories are.
Oh,
the thread is like goes on forever. I love to see it.
Yep.
But I agree with what he said, and I don't think they're feds anymore. I don't, from that at least.
All right.
I don't know where they organize like that and get all the same gear and all this, but anyway, if you get a chance, Leonardo Jamie's ex, or just look up his speech, it wasn't as radical as they're making them out to be. It wasn't nearly as white nationalist as they're being made out to be. Mm-hmm. So I would recommend checking it out. Like I said, it doesn't mean I'm a Patriot Front guy. I never paid attention to the guys because I thought it was goofy.
Yeah.
Until she posted that, and after July 4th, I was like, well, let me hear what this guy has to say. Well-spoken, not scripted.
Yeah.
7 minutes straight, just laying out what they think. I thought it was cool. But again, not an endorsement, but they had some good points. That's the next thing I'll be mad after.
That's right.
Come after that.
Yeah.
Some good news in South Carolina. I think is good news, at least.
All right.
SCDOT is making some changes. McMaster signed a bill to improve 40,000 miles of roads.
I think we need some roads here. Boy, you're paying attention to me, boy.
I wish he would come out like that, just as a goof. So the State Transportation Commission is no longer in charge. They're replaced by a transportation secretary. So it's one person making the go-aheads, as opposed to the Federal Highway Administration, who always has to have a say before anything can be checked off.
Right.
So we're getting rid of these what do you call them? The community appearance, these boards.
Here, just for people to understand, in South Carolina, unfortunately, they always want to build things with other people's money. Mm-hmm. But we've got enough tax base here in South Carolina to build our own roads. Yeah. Now, when I ran for government here, just as a lark.
Also, run again, please.
Yeah, okay. But I point out, they asked me about that Highway 73 or whatever it was, that fallacy highway.
I don't think I even heard of that one.
Well, they said there was going to be a U.S. highway that they were buying land up and everything else. It was supposed to come to Myrtle Beach and go out, and it was going to be, a U.S. government highway. I said, that's not how they build highways. That's not how it's passed. Mm-hmm. And I said, whether somebody supports it or not, it doesn't exist and it never will. Yeah. So don't keep promoting this. If you then they were like, well, what do you think about, getting more tourists in here, getting the traffic in and getting out during hurricanes? I said that we could build SC South Carolina super highways and we don't have to worry about federal anything. We can get done faster.
So you were telling him this already before? Okay.
A long time ago. And they just kind of like, we're part of the realtors, organization. We think you're ridiculous.
Some BS,
yeah. And I was just like, you're not going to get more people in here. All you're doing is wasting money. And yes, you people are doing land speculation on something that doesn't exist. Mm-hmm. So that was ridiculous. But yes, the way they had it going is that they just kept going and approaching all of our highway structures to be co-sponsored with federal government. And you don't need to do that. And it slows things down.
Yeah.
And the reason why, and if people don't understand, the federal government does their highway stuff based on manufacturing and distribution. So if you've got, say, for instance, a giant manufacturing facility or several of them, you have to have highway structures to get these trucks to come in, semi-trailers, and get them loaded up and get them out faster, so we can get that distributed through the country. The sub part to it was that we were moving our military that way too. Yeah. And that's why we built the U.S. highway system. But those rules are still in effect. But when you have great populations of people like we have in this area, and you don't have a lot of businesses and stuff, but you do want to move them out and so on, then it's state, that comes into the part of the state, and the state has to do it. But it's great now that we've got this, that we could build these things. Now, if we could get people in this state to understand that the best time to start doing construction is during the early fall on through the late spring, and then avoid the summer. That probably would be a lot smarter, but we don't do that.
Have you been heading to Conway lately?
Yeah. It's just why they start all these construction projects, especially here in July, August, September, right when it's our economic tourist season, is ridiculous.
Well, and then I don't understand it either, because the people who make these decisions, at least locally, I may be wrong because it may not be a local call, they have to use the roads too.
Right.
But then also the construction workers are out, and they've usually got to wear pants and OSHA, required equipment, burning up, sweating. Why do they do it in the summers?
No. And then when I was living in Florida, I was always amazed how smart they were. They would do their construction in the evening.
Yeah, I've seen that
all
most
night.
places.
Yeah, they would have these bright lights, and the traffic is low, temperature is low, and it's more comfortable and more safe for the people who are doing the construction.
Yeah, and most big cities are like that.
Yeah.
And we are a big city. We're just spread out, not tall.
Now, another problem that we had with South Carolina is that they want to spend the money at the peak times that we're making the money. Mm-hmm. That, again, is stupid.
Yeah.
Don't say, oh, well, we have to wait until all the tourists are here. Again, they're wanting to use other people's money to do all their expenditures. Just, you're going to collect it anyway. It sits in the bank. Go and spend it at a better time for when things are going out. So don't use that old excuse anymore, and start growing up, putting on your big boy pants and acting like the rest of just because somebody says, well, that's not how we do it, outside of South Carolina. Don't take that as an offense. Say, oh, gosh, that might not be the best way to do it in South Carolina, but tell me about it. Maybe this is something we can adopt.
Right, yeah, why
Not
wouldn't
automatically reject it. Yeah. So.
It sounds like us, though.
Boy.
So with that being said, I should also mention they were talking about maybe adding toll lanes or future choice in growing areas. But with everything I read off there, what do you think of this? I guess it's already happening.
Yeah.
Does this all sound kosher to you?
It does, but the only way they're going to do it is if they. It sounds like if they have the tolls, they want those tolls, and again, if you want to chase people away from your municipality, a great way to do it is put up tolls and restrictions.
Yeah, but in North Carolina they do it, for example, and it seems to work, I guess.
Well,
that's kind of where they modeled it.
They modeled it, but incorrectly, because the tolls are in the tri-metro area.
Yeah.
And so you've got all these universities, hospitals, research centers, and all these things that people have to get into and get out. They actually were trying to restrict some of the flow of traffic, and they also had a lot of things that they had to expand on the thing. So putting up the tolls, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense, even though I still think it's better not to have tolls.
I do too. But I was curious.
But
I don't
yeah,
know much about roads.
but if you've got, if you say, oh well, Myrtle Beach is crowded and so on, so let's put up tolls and reduce the amount of tourists we have, that'll probably work. We'll have a reduced amount of tourists, and then people will start moving out because they'll find out that we don't have as many restaurants that will be open or food places. They'll shut down, venues and things like that.
I don't want that part, but I'm all for everybody getting the hell out of here. I want this to be 1974 Myrtle Beach.
Well, believe me.
The picture that my dad took, I posted recently on top of the 501 bridge before Boathouse, before Holiday Inn, before the Pottery was there. But it was like, nobody, middle of the day, nobody, all the way down as far as you could see on 501 going toward Conway. Not a single car.
I remember.
Man, those were the good days.
I remember being here in the late 70s, early 80s, and trying to help out the places around here. And I had to get hardware and things like that. You had to go to Conway to get hardware, or Ainer to get
my mother
lumber.
Talks about that too.
Yeah. But it wasn't that big a deal.
I shouldn't say 70. I should say late 90s. Where things were here. Yeah. But less people.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just not a people guy anymore.
Yeah. But I still blame all the creep of power and restrictions and all the things that were supposed to, quote, help and preserve. They didn't help and preserve anything when they put those rules and regulations up and so on from city council to county council.
Oh yeah.
All it did was it increased the amount of problems that we've had.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But what is it like? They say the government creates the problem to fix it, or whatever. Something like that.
And then
I really said that exactly how the exact phrase.
Yeah. I mean Well, it's just. Unintended consequences are like 90% of anything that they vote on and pass. We have a problem with, mosquitoes. So we've come up with a solution. We're going to pass it. And what happens? You have more mosquitoes.
Yeah.
And you've spent thousands of dollars. And but then Uncle Walt, from one of the people on the board who has the mosquito pest control business, is now driving a Cadillac.
Come to find out, that's usually how it turns out. Is somebody's behind it. We were talking on the phone about that before.
Yeah.
Same with Martina. She and I were talking about that.
Yeah.
That's almost always the case. You find out there's somebody behind the scenes that was getting money off of it, or a group or whatever.
GOB. Good old boys. Yep. Absolutely.
Well, speaking of sticking to local, I'll skip over my last one, but we talk about these Apache pilots. I take it you heard 8 of them were suspended.
Yeah. What are the details on that?
Excuse me. They said it was for, what I've heard reported was for flying too close to the shoreline. Now, I don't know if that means in or low, but the video looked like both. And, okay, these are military pilots. They're capable of that. I understand if something went wrong with the aircraft, if it's no longer airworthy and it goes down and it hits a bunch of people on the beach. But it's the 4th of July. It's minuscule, especially with government aircraft.
Yeah.
So I think it was ridiculous. But anyway, somebody put up a flyer, said call McMaster, and I was going to read his number, but no need now. The Secretary of War has reversed it and given them they're all airworthy again. Yeah. All 8 pilots.
Because
it took about 3 days to 3 or 4 days to
get. Was a part of celebration. I mean, you want to see them up close anyway. How cool is it to see it up close while it's in operation?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and then when we used to have the air show, our proper air show, before it was just like 2 Cessnas sitting there and you could walk around them.
Yeah.
We used to have the Thunderbirds. They would do one where one of them would sneak off formation, be gone for like 10 minutes, and he'd come behind you at talking treetop.
Yeah.
With the afterburner on and scare the hell out of everybody from behind.
Yeah.
The same flight level.
Yeah.
Let's say that Thunderbird, something goes wrong on its approach, plows in, and that's going to explode. I mean, a massive fireball.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. That's what I heard the reason was, too close to the coast. But it could be something different. I don't know. Either way, they're all flying again.
Overreaction.
Yeah.
Overreaction from
really.
people. Yeah. We're going to protect you from something that's not going to happen, but it could have.
Yeah. And I guess maybe it was some people complaining, some Karens. I hate that term because I'm like Gavin McInnes. I love Karens, except for when it comes to stuff like this. But I want women going around, and if somebody's doing something they shouldn't be doing, I want them to go up to them and say, you can't grill in this park. It says no grilling. Right there on the sign, you can't do that, or you can't have a dog. And I want that.
Yeah.
Let's return back to doing things, following the rules.
Yeah.
But Karen's like this. Apparently, maybe some were complaining, and that they got to the Coast Guard or whoever runs that.
Yeah.
I don't know. But they're all back in the air. So
wild.
Yep.
Wild. Well, what do you think about? They have not come out and like they usually do for the 4th of July and say that what our record crowds were here in Myrtle Beach. Why do you think that is?
I haven't thought about it.
I think tourism was down.
Oh, okay.
The actual day of the 4th of July, traffic wasn't that bad. I could find parking space at the beaches.
Well, I was going to say I didn't go out that day, but my cousins went to my aunt's house in Conway, and they said the same.
Yeah,
clear all the way there and all the way back, beach to Conway.
Yeah,
that's unheard of. I just remembered that when you said it.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I think the reason why I think they're being quiet is speaking loud volumes of they didn't have. Plus, I had to really dig to find out if all of the old venues for fireworks were having fireworks. It used to be in Myrtle Beach a big competition for who would try to attract more and more people for their firework events. This time they didn't have any advertising anywhere.
The only one I heard was on Liz's show. She was listing some of them off.
Yeah.
Some of them were canceled, maybe because of the drought. I forget, but there wasn't. I didn't see many flyers, or especially on social media. No. I didn't, at least.
No, there because I had somebody that said, "Where's the big event going on this year?" And I knew that the Pelicans again were going to have it after their game, and they're going to have it at Broadway. They're going to have it down at 2nd Avenue and stuff like that. But
I'm sure the Inlet.
Yeah, and Inlet had it. The basic the basic places, but nobody seemed to have any a bunch of places that were advertising. Come eat here and watch the fireworks from our, like Bums used to have this huge thing for people to eat and then watch them being fired off and stuff like that.
I didn't know that. I love Bums.
Yeah, because they've got that big. Outdoor eating area
on the beach.
Going to the beach, yeah.
Huh.
And
I don't know. I wonder why then.
Yeah. Of course, I'm probably dating myself with Bums, but yeah.
I wonder how long that place has been there. It's a stay.
That's true. Yeah,
I love it.
It's been there for a minute, as they say. As the kids say.
As well, yeah. I'm 25 years removed. No, 30 years removed from that now.
Yeah.
Well, the only other thing I had left was not local, but now they want to. They're calling it Black English. So the Democrats want to introduce. I guess it's like Ebonics.
Yeah,
coming back. I remember in the 90s.
Oh yeah.
But now they want to teach Black English. They're calling it Black English, not me.
Yeah.
They're saying things like we don't want our kids' voices devalued when they walk into a room, and I'm like,
here's my question:
why don't you just teach them proper English? It's fine if you want to use a certain vernacular or whatever it is. Like if I go in a job interview talking like this, I'm probably not going to get the job. Right. Go upscale,
Yeah.
But I can do both. There's
right.
nothing wrong with using Black English. I do sometimes because some of it's just kind of fun. It's slang, but.
Well, here's the deal that I think is so confusing. The color of their skin did not alter their language.
Right.
It's urban. It's Ebonics because it's urban English. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just right there in the cities. But even then, if you've got somebody that's speaking L.A. urban to someone who's New York urban, they don't know each other's slang at all.
Right.
And they don't understand each other and everything else. How the heck do you teach that? Now, here's the other question I have is you call it Black English. I think the people in Great Britain, if you see a black man in Great Britain, they sound like they are just a Brit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
And
they didn't gain any. They didn't get any. Now they may use certain words, but the dialect it's not half cut off. And for some reason they love like period turns into period. It's a hard stop on some of the ends of these words.
Yeah.
And I can't figure out why. But like you were saying, yes.
Or ask is axe.
Axe is all. Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, if you
library,
if you can use the different ambulance,
yeah.
if you know the difference and you can use both, that's fine. But when you get in a job interview, if you can turn that off, you've got to.
But my question is again, that's not education. To teach somebody something incorrectly is not education. So it should not happen at all.
Right.
If it's not proper English, don't teach it.
Right.
I mean, I speak well, for lack of a word, bastardized form of German because I've never had a German class in my life. Mm-hmm. I speak what a lot of people called Deutschlich, which is just people that came from the old country that speak a little bit of German and they crunch it in with your English.
Yeah.
And so I mean, I can understand a little bit more German than other people can, and maybe can speak a few short phrases better. But when it comes to longer things, not as much.
Yeah.
I also speak better French Canadian than I speak French, because French Canadian is more like old French than modern French is spoken in France. And again, it's just because it is a cutoff. Now, I also heard that the American accent is a derivation of classic English accent, and that the British change of their tonality happened after 1790, almost 1800s. So
to me, that's a short time.
Yeah.
So I wonder what changed it, because I'm always interested in that, but I've never taken the time to look it up. I wonder why it changed. Now, people are going to say, "Well, you're just saying that about English and the Old English."
Yeah.
You can even talk about that, or the British dialect. This is a. We're still using the same words, and they're still spelled the same and pronounced the same, just with a different accent.
Yeah.
This we're talking about with Black English is a totally different language, and you could say it's like Creole too, or what's the Charleston? Is it? It's not Creole.
It's basket weaving. Come on,
Yeah.
dude. I know what you're talking about, and I can't think of it right now. But
a lot of people probably know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
they're starting down.
We'll
Charleston.
be kicking ourselves after this podcast because we pass it all the time. We see it all the time. We see it at the museums and
museum.
So
that's what I was going to say. That's it has its place.
Yeah,
it doesn't mean it's bad.
No,
but you've got to be able to turn that off and speak and communicate in the way that the mass does.
Yeah,
and then with this, they're calling it. I got to make sure I got this right. They're calling it the racism of hierarchy of language. That's the big thing, is that it's racist to want to ask these young black kids to speak with proper English.
You mean acts?
Acts. and white kids pick it up too. We've all seen Malibu's Most Wanted.
Yeah.
So there are some, but just anyway, as a big fan of vocabulary in the English language and the amount of words that we have that we never use, I'm fascinated with it. I love it.
Yeah.
And to see it bastardized and brought down instead of either leveled. Don't make life harder for these kids.
No,
it's and that's all it's going to do.
It is. So. Yeah. Don't standardize anything. Just make it so that it can just be misunderstood universally.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you create a bigger divide. And
yeah.
Like I keep bringing up job interviews or whatever. But the news. Here's a good example. For news, you have to have what's called non-regional dictation.
Yeah.
That's why they all sound like that. Mm-hmm. I hate it. I can't stand it with it. And they all do it.
Oh yeah.
But that's a good example of where you need it. Why do they do that? Because they need the most people to understand what they're saying.
I had to take.
It takes a lot of opportunities away.
I had to take a course in college because I was majoring in communication arts with strength and radio.
You would know. Yeah.
I had to take a whatever you call it, credited course. Mm-hmm. Take it to in diction.
Diction, yeah.
Because
Well,
I had
diction, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
Dictate, not
I had my diction was horrible because I had and I slip back into it every once in a while. I have this horrible Southern Wisconsin accent, and it was just every other sentence I would end with
Yeah.
And then it was so bad when I was listening to recordings. I'd have a double going in there, and if you throw in the bubbler and everything else that would go with it, it was agonizing. It's terrible. One of my worst traits for doing it is what I just did right there is the filler I
do those a lot.
Yeah. And just right there. In order to prevent myself from using horrible dictives, I hesitate and then I fill it because I don't like that dead air with the and so on. So it's difficult.
Yeah.
It really is.
It is for me. And
I have to concentrate if I'm trying to do a real radio voice with
But you can tell when you do it on the intros and outros of all the podcasts on the network, there is none of that. And those are off the cuff. They aren't scripted.
Right.
When you're saying them. So you know how to do it. And it's really effective not to have those in storytelling, the uhs and ahs and all this, which I'm a terrible storyteller. But but I think in conversation like this, it's different. But in your closings and openings, they're not there.
Yeah. And if you think about it, the ums and ahs that we have in there, those audible pauses, as I call them, are because you're trying to correct what's going from your brain into what's coming out of your mouth. And so, yeah, it
gives me a little extra time to not say something to get me canceled.
Exactly. But I don't like when they have a reticence for people to think before they speak. And that seems like what their battle cry is. Don't make me think about how I'm saying it, what I'm saying, or anything else. Yeah. And it's ridiculous. It really is.
And it's such a limited language. But, and then again, with almost everybody we use about that much of our language.
Along that much of our brain. Yeah.
That's what they say, and that turned out not to be true.
Yeah.
With the language, it is.
Yeah.
But so to lower that even further and you can't blame them because in the culture that's prevalent, it's like a conveyor belt. Just
right.
Keep churning out more, and their parents talk that way. They talk that way. They're never corrected. And, probably for the last time I'm going to say this, again, nothing wrong with it. It has its place. It's fine if you're with your family, you're making a video or, whatever. But if you don't know how to turn it off, you're going to have a problem in life.
Exactly.
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
I can't even do it right. But anyway, that's it.
Or when they do the over pronunciation to make a point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Half the time the words it's not even the right word.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Jasmine Crockett does it. And maybe it's proving me wrong. She can be in she's Senator House. She a rep or
she's a senator.
She's a senator, yeah.
Yeah.
You too can be a U.S. senator using what I guess you would call black English now.
That's not how she got elected originally, though.
Yeah, well,
she sounded like a Harvard grad.
And then, I forgot about that. That's right.
So, and then she just flipped it.
So I take that off. Everything I just said, correcting myself, I'm going to go back. I take that back. What I said originally is true. That's right. She did. She's on video, and it's a whole different woman. It's an intelligent person in a Jasmine suit.
That's right. Or you could do the Hillary Clinton and change your accent throughout the country.
Yeah. AOC did it too. Listen. When she was in that town hall meeting in the gym. Listen.
I could see her in Chinatown. Hey, stop it. Listen to me now.
You have a nice nail.
Oh, no. We're
Trying
good.
okay, we're back again. Well, anyway, that's wrapping up. Unless I didn't mean to.
No, I don't have anything big for this week, but next week we should have some fun. And our idea is that this little thing right here, the monitor, we're going to have our studio line, and so we'll allow people to call in.
Yep.
We probably won't be able to hear them live with the call in, but yeah, we'll work that out.
Yeah, because you can normally you can hear them live. You have a way to hear them live when you're in the studio.
when it records here, and you and I can hear it in the cans and everything else. It comes through our cell phone to right here.
Yeah.
But the only problem is I don't know how I can get it to that guy right there.
We can figure that out.
All right. Real good, folks. This has been Tripp and Graham Have Issues. We hope to see you again next week. Bye.
Goodbye.
Rapid, Graham keeps the beat slow. Two shadows on the sand, watching the town show. They say behavior's excuse if the culture waves high, but broken windows stay broken while the dogmas fly. Lying mouths on TV promise clean hands and gold bands. Meanwhile, Texas pile like driftwood on the Grand Strand. Letters from the city tell us what we can and can't do. Zoning lines, permit signs, take another cut from you. We feel the tide pulling laws, marching like drums. Free speech muffled by fear in the county's thumbs. Conversations turn to courtroom fights on the pier. Every rule another brick in the house of fear. Tripp and Graham have issues. The ocean hears their shout. Tripp and Graham have issues. They don't know what it's about. Waves keep coming, but the questions never end. Tripp and Graham have issues. Trying to defend. Graham raps back about labels tossed like bait. Everyone's got an answer, everyone's got a state. They're tired of politics, turning faces into fights. Of judges writing futures under fluorescent lights. They love the stretch of coastline, their porches and their pride. But wrecks and vines and council lines keep pulling at the stride. Property and voice, two things they want to keep. Instead, they watch committees talk while promises creep. Tripp and Graham have issues. The ocean hears their shout. Tripp and Graham have issues. They don't know what it's about. Waves keep coming, but the questions never end. Tripp and Graham have issues. Trying to defend two voices, one horizon, rust and thunder in their chest. They don't wanna erase a person, they want some rest. From politicians promising sons and delivering rain, from licenses and loopholes that fray the walking lanes. They stand shoulder to shoulder, not to shut the world down, but to keep their homes from turning into someone else's town. Screams of the gold, sirens fade into the night. Papers on the pier burn in the gutter light. Laws on the doorstep and the mailbox full of rules. Tripp and Graham sketch the coastline with their tools. Tripp and Graham have issues. The ocean hears their shout. Tripp and Graham have issues. They don't know what it's about. Waves keep coming, but the questions never end. Tripp and Graham have issues. Trying to defend. Sunset on the Grand Strand, two silhouettes stand still. They argue for the future and the right to build a hill. The tide will test their patience, the council will decide. But Tripp and Graham keep walking, two voices at the tide.